Welcome to the debate. So, our focus today comes from The Money Guide, a work that really champions this do-it-yourself approach to finance. It's all about clarity, simple tools, and moving away from what many see as the black box of expert advice. The question for us is this: is that focus on basic systems, simple spreadsheets, transaction trackers, is that really enough to get someone to the big long-term goals the material talks about? I'm going to argue that yes, these simple, consistent systems are absolutely sufficient for building financial confidence and control.
And I'll be taking the other side. While that initial clarity is, without a doubt, a powerful first step, I believe that relying only on these basic tools is just inadequate for the kind of optimization you need for, retirement or financial freedom over decades. You eventually need more structural depth to match a goal that complex.
Well, look, the book makes a really compelling behavioral case, right? It says that most financial problems are actually clarity problems, not income problems. The awareness you get from these simple DIY tools, just tracking your expenses or putting together a net worth sheet, that itself is power. It immediately shows you the leaks, like subscriptions you forgot about or impulse buys. The whole idea is that small systems beat motivation. You automate these consistent habits, and you build wealth sustainably without the high costs or the confusing jargon of advisors.
Okay, I absolutely see the value in that initial shock of awareness. I do. But the source material is talking about more than just plugging leaks. It's explicitly targeting multi-decade goals: a home, education, real financial freedom. And achieving that, well, it demands more than just diligence. It requires a pretty nuanced, proactive strategy. My concern is that focusing only on this real-life financial literacy, while great for getting started, can create some serious conceptual blind spots. A basic spreadsheet gives you a clear picture of today, yes, but it is structurally incapable of modeling the complexity you'll face over 20 or 30 years.
I think the power is in the goal setting, which the material leans on heavily. It provides that essential direction, and that makes the discipline feel almost natural. The tools it recommends, like the calculators for systematic investing, the goal planners, they're designed precisely to manage both your immediate path and that long-term momentum. The system works because you're taking emotion out of it.
But that direction only works if the map is actually accurate for the whole journey. When we're talking about retirement, we're not just talking about saving. We're talking about navigating really sophisticated risks, things like taxation or sequence of returns risk. The danger that one bad market downturn early on just cripples your portfolio's future. How can a basic DIY framework possibly implement something like dynamic asset allocation or tax loss harvesting? The very simplicity you're praising could end up sacrificing the crucial performance needed to make it across the finish line.
The strength of the simple system is its sustainability. The text even compares it to sleep. It's something you can do consistently without a huge cognitive load. By automating your savings based on clear, simple targets, you remove the emotional decision-making, which we all know is the biggest single obstacle to steady growth. The real benefit here is ownership. You're empowering yourself, not depending on someone whose motivations might not be 100% aligned with yours.
I'm sorry, I just have to push back on the systems analogy. The complexity doesn't just vanish, it just shifted somewhere else. The financial world itself remains incredibly complex. So if you automate a savings plan that isn't structured optimally from the very beginning, you're just automating a suboptimal path. The initial design of that system, picking the right asset mix, figuring out a withdrawal strategy, that requires a deep theoretical understanding. It requires the very complexity the guide is trying to help you avoid.
Ultimately, this material is about instilling confidence and a sense of ownership. The core message doesn't change. You don't need a high income or pricey advice to start. What you need are consistent, functional systems that give you behavioral guardrails and, yes, that accessible clarity for steady progress.
And I absolutely recognize the value there. That clarity removes a massive barrier for people. But I still maintain that for anyone pursuing truly optimized financial freedom over the long haul, relying only on DIY simplicity means you're sacrificing structural efficiency and risk management, and those are vital.
I think what we've really explored today is that essential tension in all financial planning, the balance between making things accessible and ensuring they're comprehensively designed for the long run. It's certainly a worthwhile consideration for anyone reading this material.